Half-time at Old Trafford, and it is Manchester United 1, Watford 0. Right at the end, Harry Maguire coming on for Eric Bailly, and you're thinking, come on, whip it in. Let's put them under a bit of last-minute first-half pressure. Doesn't beat the first man. Absolutely typical. It's not an amazing game so far in terms of the neutral. For Watford's point of view, seeing as we're the Championship team, seeing it's Manchester United, we're actually doing quite well. We're actually really doing quite well. So let's talk about it. It is obviously 1-0, which is not ideal. We want to be winning, but we've not had too many chances to get ahead. So hopefully those will be more frequent in the second half. But let's just talk through that first half. So obviously to start off with, there was a mistake from the back four, and then Dan James got onto it, and he basically was trying to cross it, mishit it, and it dribbled all the way wide. So you thought, all right, that's good. I mean, little moment of worry there, but it was nothing going for it. And then there was, of course, a shot from Dan James, quite a strong one to be fair, and he hit it quite central. It was just quite high, and one of those ones where you got to deal with it. So Daniel Backman punched it over. Better safe than sorry, and seeing out for a corner. And then from that corner, we concede. And it's a really frustrating one because it's time and time again with Watford. We just can't defend set pieces. Got to get touch tight to him. It's as simple as that, really. And it's a good corner in from Alex Tellez. But yeah, the header from Scott McTominay is a good one. But basically, it was a bit annoying because it bounced off the turf, bounced off the grass, and basically spun into that top right corner where he was almost scrabbling for it. Was Backman, but he couldn't get there, and Man United take the lead. So you're thinking, not the most ideal way to start the game, 5 minutes in, but we really did respond well to going behind. It's got to be said, and yes, you'd say from a defensive point of view, we're still very much in threat because, at times Manchester United were getting down our sides way too easily, and we need to improve that in the second half. But, we do look quite good going forward. In terms of possession play, we are giving away the ball far too much, and we do this so many times this season. But especially in this game, if you give it away, in the fullback position to the likes of Alex Tellez or the likes of Mason Greenwood, you're going to get punished and they're going to go and score. So we need to stop doing that and playing into their hands because, as I said, we've really been in this game and we can actually, maybe be a bit more clinical with a few of the mistakes they're making because we are doing well at times tackling. There's been a few good blocks in the game where United would have had shots and they probably would have gone on target, but, defensively looking quite determined, and that's hopefully going to carry on in the 90 minutes. We had a free kick chance, Will Hughes whipping it in, and basically it was our first big chance of the game, and I was getting excited, but unfortunately it didn't come to anything. But it was really good goalkeeping from Henderson. Basically the chance came to Messina, and he just shot straight away without thinking, and it was a decent effort, especially from a fullback. But yeah, Henderson got enough on it, and then it was just dribbling and towards that goal. Unfortunately, though, Tuanzebe cleared it away in time. So, yeah, unlucky there, but it would be nice if we had a few more chances for our attacking players. And then on 16 minutes, obviously that wayward shot from Dan James, he curled it really, really wide, really, really high over the bar. Big margin that miss, but then you're thinking, come on, set pieces. We've said before in the goal, we can't let them do it again, and once again, falling asleep, and Eric Bailly was left on his own. You really can't do that because we know he's got aerial threat, and he headed it across goal. I think he was trying to get someone at the back post. It's just fortunate that he couldn't find anyone because it went out of harm's way. So, yeah, it was a moment of relief, really, that. Then we went into the attacking mode, and basically it's a really good ball in from the fullback, and then Gray was challenging, and you're thinking, come on Gray, show a bit of your strength, and unfortunately Bailly got in front of him, and he basically outmuscled Gray, and the keeper collected it. So that's another chance where Gray hopefully can do better in the second half if he stays on. Of course, we have got Semmer on the bench, but not a lot of forward attacking options apart from the youngsters. So it's Manchester United, and they've still got a very good team. Our team is probably half rotated, half not. It's not our strongest team, obviously, because we want to focus on promotion, but it'd be nice to have a run of the cup. Might give us confidence. Or maybe you could say it'd be a distraction, I don't know. But the main thing is we're actually in this game. We're fighting like animals, just like Xisco Munoz often says. So we're doing well to stay in the game, and we're just really battling hard to carve out that opportunity. But good play from Sarr, because he won the ball back. And then there was a 1-2 with Joao Pedro, and you're thinking, okay, here we go, let's go. And we're away. We're in on goal. But unfortunately, before it gets too close to the goal, Man United win it back. So, yeah, there's always a positive, and then it gets cancelled out with a negative. And that's the same thing, really, when Sarr had a really good ball that he put in, and it was just basically clipped over. And then it came to Chalobah, but then he really, really poor in controlling it. So, yeah, it's a really frustrating one. And then there was later on in the game, Chalobah, really good interception, pressing from the front and actually not basically letting them play with it, just going at them and getting the ball off them, and intercepted it. And then, of course, he goes and gives it away. So it's a really frustrating one at the minute. We just need to get that right balance of winning the ball back, and then actually the final pass we make is the right one, because at the minute it's slightly off. But as I said, we're still in this game, and Ismaila Sarr, I think, is absolutely showing his pace in this game. I think, you might see that Watford haven't scored yet, but I do actually think that, Ismaila Sarr has got Alex Tellez on toast, because his pace is so good, and he beat the defender for that pace. But he was unfortunately just off balance, and he was falling over as he crossed it in. And you're thinking, go on, he's beaten the fullback, but unfortunately it was just too high, the cross, and it went to the back post, and there were some Watford players trying to tussle for it, and it just couldn't be retrieved to pull it back and then get a shot at goal. So yeah, that was unlucky, but a sign that Sarr can cause problems for this Red Devils team. And then Zinckernagel making his debut. He's looking so sharp and just switching the ball really, really nicely. It looks like he's forward thinking, which is what we need at times, making things happen. And hopefully he'll get his moment in the second half to get a shot away. But there was a bit of a contentious one, wasn't there? Eric Bailly. Is that handball? I personally think it might be, because his hand's in an unnatural position. His hand is up here. If his hand was down there, then I'd say, all right, well, there's not a lot we can do about it. But it's up here. It's almost unnatural. So it could have been. Basically, it was a very good piece of pressure and sustained pressure from Watford, where we basically put United under the kosh, had a few snapshots, and unfortunately they were all blocked. But, some of them, Ismaila Sarr having a few efforts, and there was a scramble in the box. We could have easily scored from that as well. So, as I said, we've got to keep believing, and with those chances, you've got to say we've got definitely a route back into this game. It's just the next goal in the match is really, really important. If they get it, it's game over. If we get it, it's game on. And obviously there was a chance there for Chalobah where he dragged it wide. Again, really good build-up play. The cross in and the tackle to make the cross was really, really good, insightful and determined, dogged Watford playing. But then, of course, the final product is just not there at the minute. But we have got a second half to try and recover. A good corner in as well from Will Hughes. And Ekong got the header away and rose above Bailly, but unfortunately just underneath it. Tellez, of course, is still a threat going forward if he's not, being terrified by the pace of Sarr. And he got a ball in, did the Portuguese. But Backman, luckily, was there to collect it, got his body behind it. Really, really good goalkeeping. And talking of good goalkeeping, that chance at the end of the game for the first half, brilliant save from Daniel Backman. It was a really slick move from Manchester United, little back heel into Juan Mata, and he had the shot, but it was a very, very good save. And then, of course, right at the end, that shot from Chalobah that was well hit in terms of the power. Whether it was going in, I don't know, but it was blocked regardless. So that wraps up the first half review. And as I said, we've still got to keep on pushing and fighting like animals to try and get back into this. We're really in this game. We really have to believe it. And yes, you'd say the magic of the cup is not quite with us so far, but we've still got another half to go. Come on, you horns! I'll see you at the full-time review.